everybody. This is episode 13 of the Owl in the Oak Tree Knitting podcast. My name is Michelle and you can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as Michelle Owls. Firstly, I want to say thank you to all my new viewers and returning viewers and all my subscribers. And also, I've been getting a lot of new followers on Instagram, so thanks for following me there. Today's episode has some finished objects, works in progress, future works in progress, acquisitions, and I think just some talk, some chit chat. So today, and in about an hour, is the O-Loops Prefect Kits pre-orders. I wasn't able to get one last year because we were moving, and so I missed it all. And this, if I'm able to get one, it'll be my first Prefect kit, and I'm really hoping I get one. Please, 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 please. Anyway, I've just been really excited about it, and I've been counting down the days. So let's get started with some finished objects. I showed this to you last time, but it wasn't blocked or completely finished. And my son's saying, Mom. This is the Albert's pilot hat, I think. There, I've added a button and a pom-pom. And here's the, hopefully it fits the baby. And then I just added a button from my button stash. And this yarn is Leading Men Fiber Arts and the Dirty Truth colorway. This was a sport weight yarn. I think the pattern called for a fingering weight held double, but I just used this. And then the pom-pom is from the yarn in the little baby union suit that I'll show. It's a work in progress, and I'll show it to you here in a little bit. There's that. And I finished my sister's Mercury socks. They're blocked and ready to go. She'll be here, I think, the beginning of July. Her birthday's middle of July, so this is one of her birthday presents. And this yarn is the, I almost called it Raybot. Junk yarn. By her Instagram handle is Raybot, but her yarn brand is called Junk Yarn. And this is the Elsa colorway. This was part of her holiday club last year. This was the, I think it was like New Year's Eve colorway. Elsa, if I said. Really pretty, knit up beautifully. This is on her Boss base, which is that 2-ply, I think 400 yards. And I just love it. Nice and soft, very plump. My son's trying to come in here. It's really funny. You can sit there and watch if you want. You have to be quiet. Trying to record through the summer is going to be interesting. And my biggest finished object is the baby blanket. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy to be done. Now this I haven't blocked yet. I figure I will just wash in the washer and then, you know, dryer on delicate cycle. Even though, yeah, on the delicate cycle. This is from, I modified the Pearl Soho chevron blanket. I think it's called chevron baby blanket. Because theirs, it's just, you're holding the yarn double, but you're doing garter stitch. And I've chosen to do the stockinette stitch. And I'm very much glad. Very glad that it is complete because, again, it's worth the weight, held double, and it is getting too hot outside. But she is coming up for her baby shower in the middle of the summer, and I really wanted to have this completed. So I almost have all of her baby items that I wanted to knit her completed, except for I think I might want to make some pants and a cardigan for the baby too, but I don't know yet. So those are my finished objects. Let's go with works in progress. I think I have a lot. Okay, so let's start with the, I think it's, I keep forgetting what it's called, Little Blue something union suit that I am almost done with. This yarn is like a light worsted weight yarn from the Kismet Fiberworks ladies, who I think are not dyeing anymore. And this is on their Abundance base in the Wink colorway, I think. So here's the back, the legs, arms, the hood, and the front. I got the front bands done. So I just still need to add some buttons. With this, I think they want you, I need to do 2 more rows of the ribbing, and I think it says to tack it back a little bit. I don't know. And then seam it to the front band. Lots of finishing, weird finishings I have to do with this. But it's almost done, and I hope it fits the baby, and I hope it gets a lot of wear out of it for the fall and winter time. But I also want to show you something I just received not too long ago. I ordered a couple progress keepers from the Candy Skein, and this was one of them. It's a little cotton candy stick. It's so cool. I just had to get it for the summer. So I think this is the 1 to 3 month size, or 0 to 3 month size union suit. But I hope will keep him warm through winter. I'm hoping to be able to embroider a couple mountains here, but we'll see. Almost done. And that's being housed in my Fringe Supply Company field bag in the toffee colorway or color. There's one almost finished. So excited. The next one is, I was watching a Lovestock Wool podcast hosted by Sarah, and in her last podcast she was talking about hosting the Bronte along. I'm like, okay. Well, then she talks about how Leading Men Fiber Arts released a new yarn for this month called Independent Will that goes along with the Bronte sisters, and I just had to buy some for a sweater. So here it is. This is Independent Will on their Spotlight base, 400 yards, 80% superwash BFL, 20% nylon. It's a fingering weight. And you guys, when I saw this, I just had to get it. And I'm trying really hard not to buy yarn, but this just screamed sweater, and I just love it. I had to get it. So with this, I am making the So Faded by Andrea Mowry. I'm just using one color. This was a hard choice for me. I know I wanted a fingering weight pullover, and Pavement was really high up there on the list. However, comparing the two, the So Faded sweater was a little bit more form-fitted and not as long as Pavement. Pavement's pretty long and angles down a little bit, or has a curve. And for me, I figured the So Faded would work well with my skirts and my jeans, my high-waisted jeans. So I decided to make the So Faded sweater. And oh, I guess I can show you. I do have it printed out. This is what it looks like, except for mine will be in one color. And I really liked how close the collar was to the, because a lot of the fingering weight sweaters I was seeing had the boat neck, and I didn't want a boat neck. I'm sorry guys, my nose is starting to run again. I'm still trying to get over that cold. Okay, here it is. Not spun, wound up in a cake. Just look at all those speckles, colors, beautiful gray base. I just love it. And BFL again is one of my favorite bases. And you can't really see my progress because it's on a little bitty cord. Can't really see progress too much because I have it on a little cord here, and I have I guess it would go up like this, a bird progress keeper, because in Jane Eyre she says the quote from Jane Eyre, "I am no bird." This was gifted to me, I think by Lucy. I think she made it for me. We did a swap. Here is the back. Look at that. How beautiful is that? And I'm also did my raglan increases a little differently. I'm doing this garter stitch raglan. So I'm just slowly going along here. It's hard to see what the progress is, but it's growing. And I really like how it's knitting up. It's really pretty, and I think it looks good on me. So I think it'll go with a lot of what I own. So it'll be this is my first fingering weight pullover, so we'll see if I like it or not. I hope I do, because this is a lot of knitting. But yeah, really, really, really love this colorway. I'm going to show it to you again. And that project is being housed in my Bags by Austin Granny. I think she's still on Etsy, I'm not too sure. But it just books on shelves, and I thought that was appropriate because it is the Bronte along. And they were writers, so yay. Okay, there's that one. And my next one is my Dr. Who socks. And again, I forget who this bag is by. I'll have to look it up again. But here it is with all the doctors. I really love this fabric. And then this pen is by Tangerine 8. And I decided to get a little Funko Pop Dobby keychain to use as a zipper pull. And he has a sock in his hand, so I just thought that was extremely appropriate. And I have one sock completed, doing the vanilla latte pattern. really like how it's striping up, and the contrasting heel and toe is TARDIS. The colorway is TARDIS. And I have this much of the second sock. Just a few rows of the cuff. I am knitting these on US One's Magic Loop. I think these are Knitter's Pride Novas. My favorites. Yeah. Okay, so there's those. Really would like to get those off the needles, but I'm not in any rush to finish these. And then lastly, this is a new cast on, which is so funny because while I was knitting on it last night, I was watching the Hannah, I can't remember her podcast name. She's behind Making Stories. Anyway, I will put it down here. But she is going to host a linen along. So I thought that was appropriate because I cast on. Oh, hold on. Sorry about that. I wanted to cast on this Lena tank top. By, I think it's Elizabeth Doherty. And I've had this in my stash since last summer, I think. And this is the Quincy Coast Sparrow in the Pigeon colorway. I really love it. And I've washed and blocked this. And what you do with linen is you don't block it like wool. You actually wash it in the washer and dry it in the dryer. So it's nice. It gets softer every time you wash it. So I've started that. I'm only on the back, which this pattern said this was a perfect beginner linen knitting pattern. I'm like, okay, that's good because this is my first time knitting with linen. And what you do is you knit garter stitch for the top and the back, and then I think you connect it all, and then for the body you just knit in the round. So no purling. And then I have my Burrito Sucre miniature progress keeper on there. So yeah, there we go so far. And if I have enough of this yarn left after all the knitting, I kind of want to do, I don't even know if you can do this with linen or if it would work or not, but I kind of want to do like a little ruffle, just a little 1/2 inch ruffle around the arms. We'll see. So I think that's, well, I did start, sorry, my kids are in here. I did work on a little bit on my sister's Lug Lady cardigan. This bag is, oh, sorry. This bag is by the Fat Squirrel. I love this bag. I think I got this last spring. Not too sure. And then this is another Fat Squirrel bag. I love it. And I think it's appropriate for the Log Lady sweater. And on here I have Newt Scamander zipper pull. And then on this one, I have a Niffler zipper pull. see. This one has been in hibernation for a very long time. The pattern to me is just confusing. I don't think it's confusing to everybody else. Okay, so what I've done is on the color work portion, I went up a needle size and used a 12-inch for the color work part. I'm still not 100% happy with it, but it looks a lot better than it did. However, I have to go back to Magic Loop for just the plain knitting sections because I really don't like knitting with the 12-inch. And this is what that looks like. The needles are all curved and I just can't knit with these kind of needles. I just can't. I wish I could. But they'll work for the color work parts, I guess. So that's what I've got so far. However, I think I'm gonna, sorry Lynette, I think I'm gonna put this on hibernation for a while because I would like to work on some summer tops like the Lena tank top, and I think I want to cast on the Imogen tee. I don't have that printed out, but I think I want to knit a t-shirt as well. There's a couple t-shirts that I want to cast on, but I just want to cast on all the things. Okay, so there's that. Just wanted to share that. The 12-inch needle and going up the needle size did work a lot better for the color work portion of the sleeve. And all this yarn is the Ella Rae Classic Wool in the cream colorway, navy, and gold. I've also crocheted a couple rows on my crochet blanket. This is housed in this tote bag that my sister-in-law made for me for Christmas. And I'm not 100% sure where I was the last time I showed this to you. Not very far. It's only that high. But I think I've only done this much. But each row takes me like 30 to 40 minutes. I'm really happy with it. I think these top two rows is Harry Potter themed yarn from Lene Yarns. So I love this, and I think I worked on this when it was still, I don't know, we had like this cold front come through where it was like 60 some degrees, and I was able to finish the baby blanket, and I worked on this a little bit, but we are again back in the 90s, so I probably won't work on this, but I love this project, and this is going to be one of those constantly ongoing projects. I'm not in any rush to finish it at all. So, and then I want to show my where is this coming from? I just created a magic ball. So let's see. Here we go. Here is the magic knot, and you can see that I pull really tight. It doesn't come apart. Alright, there's that. And now I'm going to talk about some future works in progress that I really want to cast on, but I really don't, I want to finish what's already on the needles, but these are already kind of ready to go. The Hohi mystery wrap, that is no longer a mystery. I started it, but I really didn't like the colors looked great in cakes together, but after knitting it up, I really didn't like it. So we'll see how these colors work, but I'll show you the colors I haven't knit it up yet. But the first color will be this light gray. I don't know who this is. I think this might be Query Fibers, but it's been in my stash forever. And then this turquoisey blue. This is sparkly base. This is Space Cadet Creations. I've had my stash forever too. And then this is O Loops Oh Danny Boy. I was gifted this, I think this was last year, Lydia, that we did those magic cake balls where you added little surprises in the ball. I think that looks really good together. And then I got this blue from the Ysolda Teague Shawl Club a couple years ago. And then Madeline Tosh Liquid Gold. Will these look good together? I don't know. So we'll see once I knit them up. Like the first clue, you work all the colors together. So I'm going to see how these work together. We'll see. I hope so. And I'm just putting all this into my, who is this? Danica Studio. I have almost everything with this little cabin in the woods pattern on it. I think I have a project bag and a Notions tin and a tote bag with it. I just love that print. There's one future work in progress. And then my next one is, I showed this to you last time. I just can't get this wrap out of my head. The Awa Awa wrap by Olga Burawa. Yeah, I can't say the name. There's the info. And this is what it looks like. And it's in from Making Dots, issue 3. Is this, if you want, go to makingzine.com, published by Matter in Maine. This is housed in the Stitch Marks the Spot bag. I've had all of this yarn for a very long time, and I think it will work together. You need basically a sweater's quantity and 2 fingering weight yarns because you're holding the fingering weight yarn held double. I have this Wool Barn Pebble Beach and her Strong Sock, which is a 75 superwash wool, 25% nylon, 400 yards. So I have this. I initially got this for a sweater, but I don't know. I can't find anything. I love it though. And here it is up in the cake. And I purchased this gradient kit when I went down to the Carolina Fiber Frolic in the spring of, I think, 2015. This was a gradient kit I purchased from Kismet Fiberworks and have yet to find anything to make with it. But this whole kit here is like 1,150 yards. Okay, so I figure holding, you know, a strand of this and working through this gradient kit will look good. We'll see. But it would be great to if that worked, because I've had these in my stash forever and I just can't find anything to make with it. So, okay, on to acquisitions. My sweet friend Rachel, who is now an indie dyer, and her shop is called 6 and 7 Fiber. Is that right? 6 and 7? Yes. I don't know how we initially met. Did we just meet on Instagram or did we meet through the O-Loops group? I don't remember. But we've been following each other for a very long time now. And she gifted me a couple skeins of her yarn and I want to share them with you. And I really love that. Okay, here is her tag. I love this tag. She is 6 and 7 Fiber on Instagram. And if you go to etsy.com/shop/6 and 7 Fiber, you'll find your shop there. But this is colorway is tawny. The base is barley on her 100% superwash merino single ply fingering 400 yards. I love it. Look at the speckles. Beautiful and super soft and squishy. Oh, look at that. Which I have this Cascade Yarns superwash wool and silk, and look how well these go together. Okay. So I'm thinking either another looking at her shawl or the what is it called, Bees to Honey by Amy Miller. I have the looking at her shawl. This one I did in a sport weight, but it's written for a fingering weight yarn, so I might use Rachel's yarn to make this. I don't know. And then the other one is called Elridge, and it's also on her barley base. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Look at that right there. Rachel has generously given us a 10% off coupon code, and it is Podcast Love, and I'll put that right here. So thank you so much, Rachel. That was very generous of you. And that, and that code is good until July 31st. So that's a really long time for a coupon code. Thanks again so much, Rachel, for this beautiful yarn. She also sent me, and this is weirdly awesome because I was looking up calendula seeds to purchase. She actually sent me some calendula seeds. Like, I was looking for calendula seeds, I think the night before I received her package. And she sent me this cute little card, as well as a couple pouches of tea. We've got Passion, Tazo Passion, and Yogi Egyptian Licorice Mint, which I've never had this one before, so I'm excited. Again, that coupon code is Podcast Love. Good till July 31st for 10% off. I was gifted for my birthday this skein of yarn by my boss Nora. This is Woolly Wonka Fine Yarns, Fibers, and Knitting Patterns on their Art and Sock, which is a 430 yards, 100 grams, superwash merino cashmere nylon, 80-10-10, and the colorway is Oak Leaves. You guys, this is so beautiful. Look at that. Oh my gosh. It's so plump. And I don't know what to make with this yet, but it is going to be something that goes around my neck for sure. I love it. I really love it. Oh, okay. And I also purchased with the Cotton Candy Progress Keeper. I also purchased Candy Skeins this month's Progress Keeper, this little honeycomb. And here is her information. She also dyes yarn as well. And lastly, I wanted to share another birthday present I received that I've been enjoying listening to. My mother gifted me every single Harry Potter audiobook. I can't believe it because I know these are not cheap. So thank you so much, Mom. I used to listen to these over and over and over again, so I'm excited to re-listen to them. It's been a while. So here's the first Harry Potter book. It's been I've been enjoying it very much. And this is narrated by Jim Dale. So I really like the way he narrates. Other than that, I think that's it. Thank you so much for watching and spending some time with me today. So yeah, happy knitting, and I will talk with you guys again soon.